Okay. Um, Man, for a brief moment, I thought the camera was still on. Let's see here. I'm gonna play some different music. Whoa. Let's think here. So, I've been kind of poking around with Raylib for a bit in the last week or so, and I thought, you know, I've read a lot about like certain design patterns that I've thought about using, and for years, I've always been, kind of beginner level C++. Because, well, it wasn't something I used a lot. And, it's like you can follow basic tutorials, but then you kind of sit there and you're like, well, now what do I do? Well, if I don't use it for anything, I'm just not going to get better at it. So I decided I want to try to make some small stuff with Raylib. And in the process, not only learn C++ a little better, but also try to learn certain design patterns. So, for instance, like doing the command pattern, kind of simple. And granted, I have a bit more like advanced command pattern. I can kind of show what I have so far. Actually, let me try to finish this out. Oh man, current index. So this needs to change because current index isn't very clear. But if I say move index, that's a little better. Because that's what this index does. There's a few other things going on. Why are you mad, man? Yeah, it's weird. I swear I hit save over here, but it just... Yeah, there we go. All right, so we have move index, and I'm going to put up here story index. And I'll explain what some of this is in just a moment. For now, let's think here. Let's say story index. We will set this as stories dot... No, not count. Size. -1. Whoops. Okay. And then when I come to swap, I know I was like kind of in the middle of this and I started streaming, so I'm gonna work through this and then I will explain my plan. Let's see here. Say the current story. If we swap, we'll first iterate the story index. And in fact, we're gonna say if plus plus story index is greater than or equal to, just in case it goes over, the size, then we want it to reset at 0 again. Oh, whoops. Let's see. Iterate and ensure bounded. Yeah, whatever. All right. And then our current story will simply be our stories at the story index. There's a way to find the index based on like we keep current story, so I could have a way to find it, but like that means adding another library and doing some iterator stuff in C++. And I thought, I could just store that. That's not that much. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do instead. Here we go. Space things out a bit. Actors is kind of grouped into stories. Okay. So what am I doing? What am I up to? Let me just show you what I've got going on. Well, first things first, I'll say that I'm using something called the quick start template. Actually, there's probably a link in here. Is this it? No. No, this is its own thing. Quick start. No, that's not that. Right, math. I think it's in here. Yes. Here we go. There's this template which comes with a lot of boilerplate to set up a Raylib project. I'm actually thinking about using WSL. I'm on Windows, but I want to use WSL to run this in Linux. I have another computer that has Linux, and holy moly, the setup and installation and running is so much simpler than like a lot of stuff that this comes with. So I think it's a great resource, but I just don't want all this here. So anyway, that's a little background, at least into the project setup. So first things first, I'll show you the command pattern. If I move this little box and then I hit Control Z, I can go back. You can also go forward, although there's like a bit of a lag right now. It feels like I don't know what it is. The other I'm hitting it and then I don't know what it is. It could just be it's not registering or something. But then I'm going to go down and look at that. So I don't just have a command pattern. I have a command pattern that you can overwrite. And the cool thing about that... Oh. What? The cool thing is that it will crash sometimes. Oh no. P is not printed to be a null pointer. Okay. Did I write that somewhere? I love these little errors where it's like, that's not allowed to happen. I'm like, that's great, but that's not my library, bud. I don't know why you're asking me. Thanks for the help, I guess. But, well, whatever. The command pattern is a way to, well, for starters, it's a way to take certain inputs and say, hey, if I want to send a command to like an actor, then I want that command to either be executed or undone. And then we have move commands. And for the move command, let's put this over here. I run this command called adjust position. There's different types of commands you can call, but the main point is that whatever the command is, I'll call execute on it and pass in the actor, and then it's just going to do whatever. So the actor has something where I tell it to adjust the position. And in this case, I give it a target position. And then while it is moving, which is managed here in update, as basically I say, hey, where is it? Yeah, actually it's here in update. So A story is where I'm keeping the actors, but it's also where I'm trying to make sure that I'm going to be managing like multiple actors, and I wanted to have something to kind of check to make sure that was managed. I suppose I could have done this. I wonder if I could have done this. No, I mean I could have done this in the actor, but again, then it's like the actor itself is just more of a. Where are you? Oh, it's called character. I need to rename that to actor because I call it that. Yeah, character. You adjust positions. Not really great. I think set target would probably be better actually, but while it has something to move, it will call on move. And we can see that here. If the actor is moving, move it. And that's everything in the update function. Some of this other stuff just says like, hey, oh, that's why I have stories. Yeah, because the story manages an array of commands. And that way I can add, that's a vector actually, but that way you can add a command as you're, as you're running the game, like so. Like so. And I'll say, all right, I want to go here, and then I want to go here. All those commands were stored into a vector. And when I hit undo, I'm really just, like I showed you that if I hit Control Z, which I don't know if this is really how people do it, but I don't want to just have commands for undo because I didn't know how to handle that. It feels like handle input is more just like movement. As these are examples that I saw people use. But then if it's stuff that's like, well, what if I want to undo or redo or do something, these two, which I'll explain in a moment, those are kind of handled differently. But the overall goal is that, if there is some kind of input, some kind of command that's returned from that input, this is the clever thing, is that it'll just say, cool, in this case, it runs this append function. I run this redo function here within Story Manager, which goes over everything. And if it says skip story, then we just make sure that we're not also running this redo function for the thing we just moved. Because sometimes everything gets, everything is running the undo, and sometimes everything runs the redo. But the point of these commands, of course, is that when they get called, in this case, the move command, the undo, is just the negative of wherever we went before. So yeah, if I were to hit Control Z, for instance, we're going to go backwards in the command list because it says, hey, that move index, which is like a global kind of, if you could think of it as like a dance or something of like, or like something turn based, right? Like we're on the first turn, second turn. Turn index might be a good way of putting it actually, but in this case, it just move index means that, it's what turn you're on. And the reason why I'm keeping track of that separately from just the number of like used moves, for instance, is that I want to be able to have multiple characters. And I'll show you that in a moment. Gosh, I'm going all over the place. But if I go here, now I've added a new set of commands to the right. So when I hit Control Z, I still return to where I was. Because, again, these first areas, in fact, I just overwrote what I did. Because anytime you manually input, let's say I'm right here, like I'll manually input now to the right. Okay, well now that's part of the chain. If I hit Control Y, I redo. Right, but I'm still going along that set path that I created. And I kind of thought, how neat would it be if you had a game where you had not just one, but multiple characters? A little puzzle game. And, let's say you come over here and you step on a platform, or there's a ball beneath you and you have to like push it downwards. But the idea was that like, hey, you have so many moves remaining. And what if, let's say, let me think here. Whoops. Where do I pass it in? The main? Yeah. Here we go. So let's see. Let's say you only have 4 moves. Okay. If I run this, then our little block is only going to be able to move 4 spots. So let's say there's like a little pad on the left and a pad on the right, and then we have to sit on. So we got 2 kind of problems here. One of them is that we can touch this one, right? But if we move over, we run out of moves. So even if it stays triggered after we leave it, we still can't get to the other one, right? And of course, if you hit undo, which I am trying to do. See, this is part of my problem. I don't know why. Oh, you know what? I do know why. I should fix this right now, actually, because this is critical. I am checking if there are sufficient moves before I'm hitting the undo. And this check should actually be done here. Yes. Because splitting and swapping and redoing and undoing are going to cost us any moves. Redo just you go until you run out, basically. I think. Actually, that's a very good question. I wonder. Huh. What if I hit Control Y? Is it just going to waste my moves? No, it's going to crash. All right. Well, lull. All kinds of little things we got to make sure we're getting. Okay. So if I do this and I go back, okay, well, now, if I go backwards in time, now the pad won't be triggered, right? So the idea is that you can basically clone yourself. So if I hit space and I move all right, it's time to get out our professional draft software. All right. So here's the idea. You have a cube. And there are I hate you. I hate you, Microsoft Paint, for not letting me change colors. And you've got like 2 little areas that you have to go fill in. What a horrible fill color. They're over here and they're over here, right? And it takes at least 2 moves to get from here to there. And of course, to go back, you run out of moves. So the idea is that instead of doing it that way, you will split the cube. Get a different color. Oh my God. You split the cube. So now you have 2. And then you take your blue cube, you put one of them here. Oh my gosh, what a terrible, terrible thing I witness now. You put one here, and you put another here. And they each use 2 moves from your, let's say your move bank, right? Like you've got a total number of moves you can make. And the idea, of course, is that like you'll do this, and I'll move one over here, and then I hit Control Z, I go backwards in time. And then I hit split. And then, and I should be focused on the new character when I hit split. But then that new character, you will move over 2 spaces. In fact, I wonder if that's part of why it crashed. Well, it probably crashed because it's just new stuff that I've built, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I shouldn't say that. I have an idea of what I'm doing. I know what I want to do. Oh, yeah. I keep getting these out of range errors, which is zero size. Let's see here. So let's run this. I wonder, I feel like I should put this down here, maybe. Nah, I'll put it up here. It's not really that important, but I like to keep things organized. And a lot of this is just new. I really, I've never really built anything with C++. Oh, yeah, so on the first run, right, when we load this thing called the story manager, which manages all of the stories, and the stories manage all the different actors and their list of commands. So this is kind of like our story manager is like, we're going to keep track of like all our little actors. This is going to be that main class. And then we'll probably have some other thing called like level. And then the level will, you know, integrate the story as well as the puzzle and probably some of the lighting and stuff. And then of course, like we'll just load levels. And that'll be the basic framework for the game. Anyway, so the first time this goes through, it'll create some actors. Here's a story index. This should be 0, yeah, because that's the one we're on currently. Neato. And let's say I want to move here. Then I'm going to say, ooh, I need a Control Z, but then I'm going to split. Now let's take a look at this. Just take a look at this. Also, I'm not used to like seeing like addresses. That's so nuts. Like, this is the 5FFD60. I'm like, of course. I knew that all along. Really? Current story. I love this also, is that in actors, we should be able to see, yeah, start and finish. So it does increment just a little bit. And if I go do that, we should see the same with stories too, where you've got, allocator. You know, it's somewhat similar dress, but this one is D0, this one ends in E0, just how this one ends in B0 and C0. I don't know why they all end in 0. I don't know if that's like a thing. It seems significant. Otherwise, why wouldn't it just be like D0 and D1, you know? So I'm guessing there's probably a good reason behind it. Or maybe it's a bad reason. Maybe I'm just going to take a hot take on this without any understanding. I could do it. Anyway, here's that actor that we just added. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it should have... oh, you know, that's funny. The finish. Oh, this is the address of the second. Well, we know there's 2. So this is the address of the second. God, what do you call it? Second thing in our vector. But this address, if I'm doing this correctly, should be storing this address to the actor. And I believe I am, because it clearly works when you're moving one of them. Anyway. Okay. So here. Story index 1. Story count should be 2. Yeah. Actually, I don't even need to get story size. I could just say story count. Oh, I have something so clever. Oh, so clever. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. It gets the story count, and the story count goes up, which reflects the size of how many stories we have. But the index, of course, is what it used to be. Oh, that's good. That's really neato. I like that. More languages should have stuff like this, little incrementers and decrementers. Anyway, we don't seem to have a problem creating a new one. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's my problem. All right. Let's go over here. We'll hit Control Z. I hit space. And then before I do anything, let's just check right here. Whoa. Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. It'll get here every loop. Now move to the right. All right, now our current story 2544950. Neat. Move index 0. Good. Command. Let's see here. Can we execute? Set is moving. Set moves remaining. We're going to insert the new command. So it's also something kind of new I wrote. N should be 0. What do you think about this? Yes, because it's like an index. So these are the same. Yeah, this doesn't need to be edited because this is the first command being put into the vector, so there's nothing to overwrite, because that's important. Actually, I'll show is that if the index increases over this one, then we bump up what the end is, even though we're setting it here, so I don't know why they're doing this. If the index is less than the ending index, then we're going to remove everything from this command vector. And that way, this is how we kind of overwrite. I know there's probably some data cleanup that's involved, but I don't know. I don't want to do that. All right, story manager. So let's go here. Skip story is true. And our story. I wonder if oh boy. Wow. Look at all that segs. No thanks. Current story and story. So let me think here. So the first one we're looking at is 255-4598-080, whatever. And then the current story, of course, is something different because the current one is the one we just created. When we create one, we automatically set it to the new one. Because, like, if you just moved a thing around and then you hit split, well, that thing you moved, it probably has commands to follow, yeah? So you'd want to control the newest one with no commands. Anyway, okay. Unused moves. Redo within bounds. It is within bounds. Index and start are 0, so it's 0. So say, hey, execute the command, or get the command at this. We're returning a 1 because we used up some of our move bank. And then we say, hey, skip story is true, and wouldn't you know it, this story ending in E90 is the same as our... No, it's not. What the fuck? Hold the damn phone. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Huh. I don't know why this is happening. Let's see here. Let's try that again. Move forward, move back. Split. And then I'm going to hit on the right arrow. And it says, hey, buckaroo. Story. Is there a command here? Oh. No commands, eh? Wait, is there or not? Huh? Right. 23A. Oh boy. I'm guessing the real issue is, of course. No, it's not. Really? Oh, of course. Well, we should be skipping. So let's see. What index? We're still 0, yeah. Still 0. And this time... Ha ha ha. Look, no commands. Yes, because we're on the new thing we just made. It's probably just going to be like, hey, I don't know what you have. There's nothing here. That's a good point. Their logic is wrong. Oh, God. All right. Okay, I'm trying to be like, look, if this is true and this is true, then skip. Yeah. The real problem is... And if either is false, then the whole statement will be false, and then it'll make this true, which means we can redo it. Let's try this again. And I want to know what the hell happens here. Oh, hello. What do you mean redo? Redo what? 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 What the hell? Why is this running redo? Okay. Huh. Okay, maybe is it the current story? Maybe current story. I thought I was storing the pointer correctly, but maybe it's the way I'm making this. Moves remaining negative. That's a lot. Two 5A 4030, yeah. But when I look here, what the fuck? I mean, whoa, oh, no. This is like recursive bullshit. Okay, 26545E0. Yes, but that's the address. And huh. Oh man. I was starting to drift a little bit. My attention span. Okay. Is that? Now if I hit the right arrow key again. Again, we say the story here. Yeah, 2654558. Huh. Huh. Sorry, I'm like, oh, the music, man. I could listen to that when I'm going to go to bed. We gotta crank it up. No. How about this one? Nice. Fucking hackers. All right. Oh jeez, I can't remember which one this is. This is 2654558. I'm wondering. Okay. Am I just returning the address? I would think I'm returning the info at the address, because look, it's like, look, commands, actor, like it's all here. Yeah, it's like, hey, man, 2654580, yeah. And if I look at current story, yeah, 25A3F30. Okay, clearly these don't match up. All right, so we go through again. What? It's fine that time. Really? Holy shit, it worked. Why did it work? Oh, you can't do this to me. You can't just randomly let it work. Something happened to break that, okay. Whatever. The point is that now they both moved, right? And if I hit right arrow again, I'm really hoping it's not going to crash. Look at that. So if imagine you have little weight pads on both sides, right? Like we showed in our diagram, splitting means that you can go now multiple directions, right? And your moves, like you have a total move bank. So if I hit Control Z, watch out, this one's going to really, see, we gained 2 moves because they both move back. And if I hit Control Y, we lose them because technically they each have a move, which is also why we have a different turn index. We have our, where are you? We have our move index, which I hate actually. It should be turn. But then our like total and used moves. So this is like the bank. And this is like, what actual step are you on? I'm not going to call this move index anymore. It's going to be called turn index now. Move index is not sufficient. It is Sufjan Stevens. It is, I was about to say garbage, but I'm a huge fan of Sufjan Stevens. Sufjan, you know what? You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to prove anything. And of course, we can't move because we're out of moves, right? So in this example, you'd put 2 weights, and it's like, ding, you passed the puzzle. If I hit Control Z, now I'm going to do something a little crazy here. I'm going to move one of them upwards. Look at that. now, see? And we've kept our commands. So now they're both moving. This is exciting. This is like what I envisioned in the most rudimentary sense. But like, oh man, I'm so excited I got this to work. Because I've always had this fear that like C++ is just never going to be my thing. And while I do think a lot of C++ that I look at, it looks like a nightmare. Forget anything Lovecraft ever wrote. Forget Cthulhu, Squid Man and the Yellow King or whatever bullshit. Mountains of Madness, no, forget that. This, like, so much weird C++ is like, oh god, I feel like I have to encounter an issue. Where do I go? Yeah, Mountains of Madness, my ass. What the hell's any of this mean? This is so much stuff here. I'm like, oh yeah, check all. Okay, well actually I can read this. Lock. Yeah, okay. My data, my proxy first. I'm like, this is, you know what? I'm beginning to believe. That's the important. Yeah, I'm obviously like, I'm not gonna be able to look into a library like Vector, which I don't know how long it's been around. I mean, if it has CXX20, but it's, like this is a lot of stuff which has been written by a lot of people over a long time. And it would be very absurd for me to think that I could get all this. I think sometimes I look at, it's like, here's a C++ project, and it feels like I'm just looking at this. So I'm like, how do you go from, this is a pointer to like this? You don't. And I'm really happy about this project because it feels like a nice way of just going, look, I've got things I want to do. Yeah. And all I need to worry about is how to get that stuff done. Now, here's the fun part. I'm about to swap characters. So I'm going to try to do the same thing with the other box. Swap is tab. Let's see. I could bet you 30 billion funny money that it's going to crash. All right, here we go. Hitting tab 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. All right. Here we go. Now if I hit down, it should control this one on the left. It still has the one on the right. Why didn't tab work? Okay, you know what? It's still, this is still really cool. All right. Well, let's debug. Let's see. Where is it? Request swap. Do we get to this point if I hit tab? Let's see here. Let's hit Control Z. I'll hit tab again. We do get, okay, so we're picking up on the input, which I figured we would, because like honestly, dog, where is it? Yeah, I mean, we're literally like, hey, are we requesting swap? Like all of these little like undo commands. This is different from our other command input, right? Because this is like, I want to move stuff. I want to do stuff with a single character I control. This is like, I need to do things in a bigger level. And I didn't want to have a command pattern for other commands. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I could. But I didn't want to do it like that. And so, because it feels like, I'm like, oh, an input command, you're going to move the character. But what if you didn't? What if you hit something else? What if you request an undo or a redo or a split or a swap? What if I were to disguise my own cooking? Purchase fast food and disguise it with my own cooking. Let's get delightfully devilish. Story index 1. That should be incremented. Yeah. Like this should be go to 2, story size. We know there's 2 of them in there. Yeah, story count is 2, right? Which I don't know why I keep. I wonder if I should just actually, instead of measuring the size, measure the count. But that's regardless. Yeah, story index, set it to 1. Okay. So we say, what's the story wishbone? The current story right now is 25A3FE0. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Did this run? Did this already run? Hold on a minute. Stories at index 0. Hold on a minute. 25A4030. I wonder why. No, it changed. Oh. Wait. Okay, it did change. 2654610. All right. Even though this says 2654583. I mean, that's the actor. Oh my gosh. 2654610. I didn't even see this one. It's so light. It's so light and fluffy. But we do have a different actor, don't we? 2654580. That's actually a really good question. If we'd have 5, then we're back here again. If I hit down, let's hit up. It worked that time. Okay, once again, it's working, and I don't know why. But yeah, look, this is what we wanted. Oh my gosh. Now if I hit down, now they both go down, right? If I hit space again, I just created a third, which is not something I wanted to do, but let's see where it goes. What? Huh? Wait, why are they like... Oh, what the hell happened? I don't know what that was. You know what I need? I need more like debug text. I need to put more of that out there, don't I? Yikes. You know what I should do? What would be really beneficial is have a file, just no classes, just functions of like print out inputs. I mean, I don't know if I really need this anymore. I feel like I want to keep it just because sometimes you get rid of this stuff and then stuff breaks and you're like, oh boy, you remember when I had that feedback? I probably need to print out like everything else. Huh. Oh golly, I can see why this is like a big pain in the butt. But I'm excited actually. I kind of want to run it again actually. I'm like, let's are we sure that works? You know, like it kind of did. It did before. And then it stopped. Space bar. Okay, yeah, fucker. Why? Like, why do you... What is happening? Why is it crashing? I don't understand. Like... All right. Space bar. Let's just, like, pause. I don't know. Is it time? Do you need time? I would think everything happens in the blink of an eye, but... Yeah, again, what I like, it's like I have to check the damn thing manually. This is so weird. Oh, I don't understand it at all. What? Oh, yeah. Just go through the first one. All right. Uh-huh. Spacebar. Yep. Here we go. The current story is 25C4610. We've got an actor 25C4580. Okay. Position. Yeah. I get it. And now we've changed. And it's a different actor. I push back. Once again, I have no idea why this happens. I really don't like that it's doing this, though. You know, because then it's just like, oh, that thing you wrote? Yeah, well, I don't know. It seems to be doing just fine. Are you working? Yeah, it works. It's almost like it only works the first damn time. And I just don't get that. Yeah. And look at that. We have one more move remaining. And I don't know what happens when we try. Oh, we expend it. That seems kind of fair. Oh, okay. And then you crash. Well, let's save what we have. Splitting and swapping kind of work. Sure. Golly. This isn't pushing to, of course, the original quick start. And in fact, I'm going to make my own branch for this eventually because I don't know, like I said, I don't like the idea of building a game entirely forked from another repository. It's not really the best approach in my opinion. Like it's been nice, but I'm like I need my own complete source code. And that way I can really mess around with a lot of stuff and I'm not like remotely connected to a different library. I don't want them to make changes that are going to affect like a project that I work on. You know, if I like oh, let's merge into main. And then, oh, whoops. I got their main. Plus right now I can't make a branch and merge into that because I think technically GitHub was going to be like, hey, you're trying to push to the official branch. What you doing, buckaroo? Yeah, so let's think here. Right now, what we probably need is like, I'm gonna put this in here and just say debug. No, dev. What do I call this? Like, I don't know if I can call it the editor. That's like feedback telemetry data. Does telemetry technically count in this regard? Telemetry. Measuring and wireless data from remote sources. No, that's not at all what that would be. Was that a weird muscle chest? Okay. Let's think here. I don't know. Debug text actually is probably just the best thing to call it. It's just a CPP file. Actually, let's make the header file. Do I need a header file for this? I think I do, technically. Still. And I kind of wonder. Actually, before I do this, CPP Why do I capitalize the PP? C++. What do I call this? Files in different directory. Yeah. Yeah. There are many ways. You can do this. Review project to include the path. Separate directory with headers include path. One bad way to do this. For code, Visual Studio, for code blocks for G++, you can use the I option to alternate include directory. Okay, I'm using GCC. Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, it's as simple as this. Right. Okay, we're turning it into some nasty things. Void. What are you going to be doing? You're going to be printing all of this, actually. And we're going to have different functions. So let's just paste it here for now. First things first, we will draw inputs. Nah. Controls? Yeah. Whoa, wrong language. What the hell were you thinking? Ooh, yeah. Yikes. Balls. Maybe we do need, You know what I was saying? We don't need a class. Well, I might have been wrong. Can I make this global? Maybe. Could it be? Oh. Okay. I don't like that. I'm like, what? No. It's not in a function. Oh, yes, of course, my friend. Where are my manners? Include. Yes, add the damn library. This function is here. Not that one. We'll save that for a much, much later day. Okay, good. Now we're going to draw what do you call it? What do you call it? Draw input controls, draw I feel like actually I want to say draw story manager data. Draw FPS, we're probably just going to actually put here. So let us... Oh, it's like already included. Well. All right. Yes. Oh, story manager. And I know how to spell things. Very good. Include you. Move text. Yes. Oh no. There you go. All right. Can I define this in a header file like this?
Do I need this file? Hold on. Let's. I mean, I have no idea. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, I know this is needed. Pragma once. I have no idea what that means. I'm the most reckless monster of a developer. No, it has something to do with like making sure things aren't overdefined, I think. I know what I'm doing somewhat. Here we go. Utility function. Work with it. Yeah, let's just get rid of some of this stuff. I don't need all this. Okay, so we're going to have draw FPS, and then we are going to have draw input controls and draw story manager data. Holy guacamole, it works. Well, maybe. I don't know, actually. It might not. Why are you upset? Are you okay? Of course. Sortie manager. There you go. Cool. Let's just run it again to make sure it like runs with the changes we've made. Oh no, it won't. And I know what the problem is. It's this. I think this will fix it. It's probably just a matter of getting the naming convention right. Oh no. Ahead of a warning. It was like, what? Excuse me. What the hell? Where is it? Move text shadows a global declaration. Seriously? It does? Where? Wait a minute. Do you mean in my main file? Oh, yeah. Okay. Lull. Okay, let's try that again. I was like, there's no way that there's no way someone else called these. We're not getting any warnings. And we do have the data that we had before. That's good. And yeah, once again, we've crashed. I don't know why this is happening. Please update your include path. Oh, right, of course, to the Raylib, devkit, lib, gcc, xming, 14, include cpp, bits, stl, and initialize.h. And we can't open the source file of bits, stl, algo, base.h, and ex, allo, traits. I'm like, okay, are the problems I'm having have anything to do with what I'm doing? Or is this literally like... And again, I'm not trying to say that like the library I'm working with sucks, but clearly it works sometimes. And sometimes it just feels like all this, not that, like stuff, it like, oh, do you got all this stuff here? And I'm like, buddy, look at all that shit. Like, I don't need this. This is like everything with the quick start. And I think it's great that they include it. But also, I have a feeling like there's way too much stuff going on. And I don't know. See, that's the thing, is I have no idea. Which is why part of me just wants a clean slate. Oh! Hello, chatter. ID 10 T-coder. I remember why I don't code in C anymore. Yeah, I'm just beginning. The suffering has only begun. Starting without bloat is best. Yeah, I agree. Well, let me think here. I was hoping to put this off, but maybe at this point I just have to bite the bullet. Oh, let's think here. GDV and what have I called this? I'm calling this project Help Yourself. I don't know if that'll work out for the game name, because sometimes titles, stuff's like taken and whatnot. But I feel like
help yourself is like useful to what I'm trying to build. Let me think here. Let's think. Yeah. Thank you, WSL. All right, now we begin the fun process of transferring, like all of our files over. Which I don't know if I can copy and paste. That would be wonderful. I have a feeling this won't be allowed. And I don't even need you. Get out of here. Scram. Are you sure you want to copy dev? Actually, no. I want to create a folder called source. Well. Look at what we have here. This feels like a lot. I'll do some file management for this at some point. That's so fucking great. I'm glad I don't have to do all this. Let's see, source, and then I think we'll have a directory called build. So I think it. Let me think here. What is there's like a Linux. There's like a video that's such a classic like. I don't know how to put it. It's got that nice hacker feel. Let's think. What is it called? It's called YouTube. Raylib on, I think just like Linux. Oh man, I can't type when people watch. It's a performance thing. No, I don't want to just, hold on a minute. Is this it? It's like a 3-minute. Yeah, here it is. No, don't look, chat. Don't be advertised to. So again, I've been using this quick sheet. It's been helpful, like it has. But yeah, there's so much stuff. God, even getting this to work on Windows was just like a pain. Pipe drive, God, it just sounds like more bullshit. I think this has its own like cool. Yeah. Nice. Fucking jam, huh? Whoa. I really like this. What's this? First, let us download the requirements. Sudo app update. You know what? We're gonna have. I have to do a bathroom break. So I'll be right back after I go to the bathroom. I was gonna say these commercial messages, but I really wouldn't want you to have that message. Don't commercialize my piss break. All right, I did the password stuff. And I don't believe I have to do it again, so let's let me think here. Am I all good here? All good there. Right. Now in this example, they go use the GUI, but I don't have that, so let's think. How do I install this with the command line? Is it GNU Linux? You need GCC. Make and get. Really? Okay. Oh golly. Oh golly. Okay. Oh God. No, please. Please. Let me just no. For OpenGL.
Build files manually. Can I just not? Can I not build files manually? If your package for a distribution is not listed here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, now I'm remembering why I'm so just terrified of Linux. The simplest possible build command. Yeah, you say that, but like, it could be easier. Like, jeez. You know what? Actually, I have a different idea. All right, so these are the releases for these Mises. And I'm wondering, can I just like install and unzip? Load and unzip. Yeah. Yeah, please. Please. Just give me, I just want a command to do this. I don't want to recompile the whole damn library. I do not wish to go through this suffering. And I didn't have to when I was working with my laptop. I did not have to install like anything extra to get it working. Configure, make, sudo make install. Copy the files. No, not click. Command line. Yes. No need to use sudo unpack. Type this in the terminal tar. XZF. Wait a minute. Yeah, but that's if I have it. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. If you want to use curl, you have to use WL to open the folder redirect. Okay, so release these Mises. I keep saying that. I see. Holy shit. All right, that's a lot. I don't want to do all that. Do I have wget? I love that font. It's very legible. Curl. Wow, that was a lot. I think I have it. Okay. So curl -L, and then we need to do, I think, this. Yeah, they just put it in their downloads. Which, yeah, I have. Okay. me think here. I'm going to have to do like a lot of typing. No, I can copy this link. Oh, thank goodness. L, that whole thing. And then, yikes. Can I not highlight this? What if I just copied? No, I can't. All right, well, let's just type it out. 5.5 Linux. AMD64 TAR G wow GZ. And I believe that's everything. I want to make sure I get it all right, you know. Let's find out. Denied. Why? What? What? Why not, man? Come on, don't make me download the whole library. Is that like a local permission? Do I have to type like sudo curl? Actually, no, don't do that. Just do this. Is there like a way? Is it Control E? Yeah, okay. Is S E A? There's a way to get back to the front. I don't know how it is, but sudo. Is it just like you won't allow me to download it? Doesn't do anything. All right, fine. Be that way. Will you work? Yeah. Oh, good. All right. Well, sudo curl L. Yeah. Stop making that damn sound. God. TARGZ. Goodbye.
The mic has been muted this entire time. Do you see me? I'm really sick of this nonsense. I hate streaming so damn much. You make a mistake and just half an hour goes by and it's like, oh, sorry. Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah, I don't have a damn clue. Like, ugh. Put a dot. C dot. Like I don't flipping know at all. No, this is file directory. Okay, well, touche. Source. Still same old problem. Is it like... Okay. Compile with multiple files. Just a moment. All right. If you have two source files, compile them like so. C flags and then stop after the compilation phase without linking. Then you can link the two object files. My prog. This is all perfectly normal behavior. Oh, I see. What? You certainly shouldn't include .o files and C source files. This works for me. I don't know, man. I mean, I might try it. We'll see. -O game. All right. Let's take the simple approach. We'll get rid of this. We're not going to work on this anymore. Well, I mean, we are technically. Okay, so we have to... I can see why people use make files. All right. Main.cpp. Oh, God, do I have to get the order correctly? Character, command, input, story manager. Character.cpp. Command.cpp. Input.cpp. Story manager.cpp. Story. Should probably come before story manager. I don't know if that's a requirement or not. CPP and then dev slash, what do we call this? Debug text. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, it's not a CPP file. It's a header file.
Oh, good. They're all wrong because they're all in a completely different thing. Oh, man. No such file directory. It's right here. I like how that didn't change a single thing. Oh. 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 All right. I'm having a big brain thought. The thought is this sucks. Um. Oh. What? What? I don't want to call it the master branch. How do I rename it? Oh, yeah. There we go. Get branch M. Main. Yes. Thank you. Untracked files. Source. Really? What? Are you sure? Gotta keep. Is it tracked now? Yay! Um. All right, tell you what, I'm gonna make a GitHub repo, and we're gonna call this by our project name, Help Yourself. Here's an interesting question. What's the Raylib license information? Thank you, Van Monten. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Wiki? Development patterns. No. How to VS Code. So it feels like. What license do you have? None? Is there really no license? There it is. License is the zlib. Software provided as is without any express or implied warranty. In no event will the authors be held liable for any damages arising from the use of this software. Okay, so they're not reliable for things I write. Permission is granted to anyone to use this software for any purpose, including commercial applications, and to alter it and redistribute it freely, subject to the following restrictions. 1. Origin of this software may not be misrepresented. You may not claim that you wrote the original software. If you use this software in a product, an acknowledgement in the product documentation would be appreciated, but it is not required. 2. Altered source versions must be plainly marked as such and must not be misrepresented as being the original software. 3. This notice may not be removed or altered from any source distribution. Okay. If we're using this, I believe we will need to include this license, which is fine. So let's copy that and just add that to our source file. So first things first, I'm going to have a README, and I'm going to help yourself. A small puzzle game built with Ray is the L capitalized. Not the quick start, oh boy. Raylib, it's not. So, I'll just Raylib there. With the Raylib, library built using a small puzzle game made with using let's think here. I think if I just put Raylib license, actually, do I license? I to this day I cannot understand the word license. Lick incy. Lick. No. License. License is like. Oh. That would be French. Lick incy. I can't believe that's how I'm going to remember that, but I think it might actually stick. Okay, we have the Raylib license, so we've ensured that that's there. Just want to make sure I have that there. All right. And now an actual reference to the library itself within the source code. And of course, once we have the game, we will put that in the credits. I do think they deserve to have credit. I think it's a fantastic library. My compilation issues are just like new to C++. I'm sure I'll have to have some kind of make file or something. But that is part of the process. And at the end of the day, like, there's a reason these things exist. I just didn't want to have the bloat of having like so much crap that I was like, this is all running and I don't understand any of it. I would rather at least have as minimal stuff as possible, because if I build it, then at the very least, I know what I'm adding to this project, as opposed to just sort of, you know, oh yeah, it'll run. Don't worry about it. Like, well, I do worry about it because it doesn't always run. Really sassy delivery there. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I've been there before, and I think you work with software long enough, you'll be in that point. Okay, let's think here. I guess I could officially say credits, and then under tools, libraries. Yeah, put it twice. Credits. Here. We'll say people. Designer, programmer. I'm doing everything. I'll put that later. For now though, I'm gonna switch over to a Godot project after another short commercial break. I don't know why I feel like I just don't want to fully dox myself, even though you could probably look me up if you tried hard enough. Most people just won't. So does it matter? Is this doxing? It's like my name. I don't know. I'm new to a lot of this stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna do a quick break again, and I will be right back with some Godot development.